Good morning, guys. This is a little lining video of one of our little critters. You'll have to excuse our bird Bean in the background. She has a lot to say. So as you can see, this is a pudgy little creature. He's standing upright, but it does look a little bit awkward. So as you can see, the muscle placement on the body might communicate as to what he uses most. For example, chubby little leggies, but quite chubby little arms too, so he doesn't look like he's a normal bipedal creature. Bipedal means up on 2 feet, so as you can see from the description, he is only mimicking human behaviour. I chose a thick liner because I'm an extremely messy person and I find that thick liners hide that fact, or they do their very best to hide that fact. So I do eventually switch to a thin liner to fill in some of the details. Now, I like to think of this critter in living in, say, a pack or a group, as it does look quite sociable. Those big old ears on top of his head, they do act as quite an asset for this little critter, as he's quite vulnerable, so good hearing is definitely something that they need. I haven't figured out the antennae yet, but that's okay. That's part of the fun of creating a critter, is you either know what you're going to do first, or you do it and then you figure it out later. There are certain guidelines that you can stick by to create a critter. So prey animals have certain different characteristics than predator animals, but again, it's your world, it's your creatures. There aren't any set rules. You can do whatever it is you want. Though it does help to make all things kind of mold together if you do a little bit of research. I quite like looking at evolution and why things are the way they are. It helps me kind of figure out what goes with what and why and what it's used for. Now, one feature I haven't quite figured out is that big old tail. So we have a few clashing features here. So we've got the big old ears, we've got antennae, and big old pates. So we've kind of figured out the pates. He's a ground dwelling critter. Perhaps he digs a bit. Those big ears are used for protection, to be able to hear predators from far away. Perhaps that big tail, it does look like a bit of a liability, as it looks quite heavy. So there has to be some sort of benefit to it as well. It could be that this creature evolved to live on land from water, and in essence still lives in water at times, so that big tail can assist in getting through the water. Perhaps those big old eyeballs can help find some fish in the water. He does have some little canine teeth, so that communicates to me that he is at least partially carnivorous. Perhaps he's a fisherman, so that tail would either possibly help to stabilize the creature on the shore while catching fish, could also help them glide through the water. Now, these antennae, I have yet to figure out what they're for. Perhaps they are leftovers from living in the ocean, but we'll soon find out. But I hope you guys enjoy the video.